The Lord has blessed me again with a good man here, a very good man, loves me and my daughters. The Lord has blessed me again to be able to start a business. The Lord has blessed me again to be able to learn how to edit these videos and upload them for y'all. I'm blessed, and I can't have anybody around me that don't have my best interests at heart, that don't have any sense of community, morals, or standards, or anybody who's looking to manipulate me out of my blessings, okay? Today's conversation, the topic is the mentality of a mother. My audience is not the 60 people around me. It's the entire world on YouTube, so I can't worry about how they feel about me talking about my family and my mother. It is what it is. Good morning. It's Saturday, December the 11th. I'm still I'm at work, just pulled up to work. It's 7:32 a.m. Got a client at 9 a.m. I'm here bright and early, set up, sweep up, clean up from yesterday because I was running out. Didn't get a chance to do that. You know, turn the wax on, get started for her. Sitting in the car. I don't know why I just decided to talk in the car today, y'all. So that's why the lighting is the way it is, because it's still dark outside. Is that better? That might be better. All right, so today's conversation, the topic is the mentality of a mother. I'm on the phone. That's why we don't have eye contact, I'm on the phone. Obviously, I ain't had a chance to make an appointment to get down to the Apple store to figure out what's going on with the computer. It's still sitting over there in my bag. The mentality of a mother. Because like I said, I self-analyze myself. I analyze myself and my life so I can understand what's the problem is. What is the problem? What has the problem been? Okay? Because if you're not self-analyzing, you can't solve the problem. You can't figure out what is the problem. And I have figured out what the problems are. My family and my mother. Okay? So once again, let me give the disclaimer. These videos are not meant to embarrass anybody. They're not. This is just me sharing my life experiences with the world so that some other people or younger women, younger than me, may be able to take something from it. Because that's what you do. When you figure something out, you tell everybody else so they won't have the same issues. That's how that works, usually. Not with my mother or my family, but that's usually how that works, okay? So yeah, my audience is not the 60 people around me. It's the entire world on YouTube, so I can't worry about how they feel about me talking about my family and my mother. It is what it is, okay? This whole reopening of my childhood trauma has just taken this channel into a very serious direction. But it's nothing funny and nothing to play about, because this is my life. If you think I'm wrong for talking about this stuff, then just imagine what it's like to be me. Put yourself in my shoes for 1 second, okay? Because yes, today we're talking about the mentality of a mother. When I sit back and reflect and think about my life, about how I started off, once again, 16 on the straight and narrow, my only interests in life were studying and working. That's it. That's all I did for high school. That's all I did for college. I never hung out, didn't have many friends because I was focused, as I am now. I have my focus. So then you start to wonder, well, how I end up being a single mother struggling. Now, I'm giving y'all a rundown about the past. Don't be feeling sorry for me. I don't need nobody's sympathy. As y'all see, I done pulled myself up. I done started a business, then got a ring on my finger, got a YouTube channel, got some money. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, you sit back and you think about stuff. Well, how? How? Just how? Okay? Just how? How? Every tragedy that's ever happened to me has come through an association of my mother because of her mentality. And that's the reality of it. Okay? Once again, I'm not blaming anybody. because I'm taking accountability for my actions by doing everything I'm doing for my daughters to take care of them, and pulling myself up so I have more for them. That's what I'm doing here. That's what I'm doing with these videos as well. For the people who want to say I'm blaming people for my problems, no, I'm not. I'm sharing some information with y'all because maybe it'll click up here. Every tragedy, every misfortune in my life has been associated with my mother because of her mentality. I'm gonna give y'all the rundown. Once again, there's no sense of community or family. Nobody rallying around me to do the most simple things with the college, with the whatever. But still, at 16, I did it all. I started working at Target. All I did was work. I'm doing all this school, the dual enrollment, the CASA, getting my education. That's all I'm focused on. I don't have time for nothing else. Same thing with college. I'm working nonstop. Beaumont Hospital. I'm going to Oakland University, taking courses 4 years straight. So 8 years straight of my life, just complete focus, no fun, no friends. How I end up pregnant and abandoned? The mentality of my mother, okay? Because if I'm not going out to any clubs or any bars or anything like that, because I already know I don't want to get mixed up with the wrong crowd, all right, that's that. That's me. That's my mentality. But then I'm still living in the house with my mother, okay? With her mentality, right? And me not understanding things, not seeing things for what they are. For once again, no street smarts, because how would I get it? All I do is go to work and go to school. I have no street smarts. I did no understanding of how people work, how the world is, to understand what people's intentions are for you. None of that. So what am I going to do? Rely on my mother's mentality. And that has always steered me wrong, okay? So like I said, I'm doing all this stuff. When I want to say what, 19. So I made it 7 years straight, just working nonstop, studying nonstop, focused nonstop, no fun at all. Made it 7 years. I slip up one time. I'm gonna tell y'all how. My mother's boyfriend's daughter came to the house one day. Just so happened to be my birthday. It's my birthday. My mother has nothing planned for me at all. Not even a cake, not even a meal cooked, nothing. So my mother's boyfriend's daughter says, "It's your birthday. Let's go out, have some fun." My friend having a party. All right. Sound reasonable, right? All I do is work nonstop. Let me have some fun for one day. Like, I'm off work today. I ain't got nothing to worry about for school. Sounds reasonable. Go to the party. I made a man. This man is very interested in me. We go out on these dates. I'm going to his house. Of course, I'm sorry if I hope there's no children watching this. Of course, there's sexual intercourse. I'm 19 at this point. And just to be quite honest with you guys, this is the first person that I have any type of intercourse with like that, because that ain't what I'm thinking about, okay? Me still being responsible. I'm on birth control, all right? But guess what? Guess who got strep throat and had been taking antibiotics that canceled out their birth control? Me. So the one time I let my guard down and relied on the mentality of my mother because of the people she had around me, what did I do? End up pregnant. Then that's it. Checkmate. Because being a single mother is very hard. It's very hard. It is very hard, okay? It ain't no time for you. At that point, when you a single mother, all you can think about is the kids, and you got to work and provide. It's no time to reinvest in yourself by going back to school. There's no money to put back in yourself to going back to school, because now you spend all your money on them, because it's the constant stuff, the school clothes, the activities, the holidays, all of that, okay? Now, I know my daughter probably gonna find this video at some point. I love Zoe. That's my baby. I love her. She's what keeps me going. Her little spirit, her happiness, her little quirkiness, that is my baby. That's why I'm doing everything I'm doing now. Starting a business, doing a YouTube, developing a product line, investing the money, all of that for my daughters, because I love them. That's what a mother's love is, okay? So that was one thing that happened to me, because of the mentality of my mother, right? So now that knocked me down a little bit with my self-esteem, my confidence, because once again, I'm very confused of how my intentions, I knew my intentions for my life. I've always been serious about it. I ain't never been, so how do I end up this way? How? Because I'm relying on the mentality of my mother, okay? So now I'm knocked down a little bit. So that take a little bit from me. That's just that. Here we go. And now I'm pregnant. So I'm saying, well, okay, what's the most important thing? Because I got priorities is me having my own housing for my daughter so we can be okay. So me being a responsible adult, call a realtor up, get a little house a few miles outside of Detroit, 2-bedroom house. I'm buying a house, so the payment on the house is only $306 a month. Me, I'm like, great, okay, cool. Once again, we done made lemonade out of lemons. I done turned this situation around. Only $306 a month for my housing. We can do something with that. I don't gotta be worried about my mother. None of that. Nobody trying to drive my car, the same person that didn't want me to have a car. None of that. I can move on, me and my daughter live happily ever after, okay? Here we go. Me still associating with my mother over her house for something. I don't know, something. Still associating with her. Even though she ain't done nothing but dog me out my whole life, I'm still associating with her like an idiot. Me still over her house for something. They had some type of barbecue, something, I don't know, some type of barbecue, right? Once again, another dang old man. Okay, they had a barbecue, another man, which is once again my same mother's boyfriend's friend. This man, okay, another man, you know, has some interest in me. And I'm thinking to myself, like, okay, well, once again, being naive, stupid, no street smart. Okay, well, okay, let's give this a try. But, okay, like I said, I should have been able to rely on the mentality of my mother at this point, because knowing what I know now, I would have never in my life went down that road with this man who was my first husband. For everybody who don't know, this man was my first husband. I married, I think, when I was 20 or something like that. Knowing what I know now, I would have never went down that road with this man. I'm gonna tell y'all why. When I met this man, he was wrapped up with another woman. So that was all wrong to begin with. Why are you looking at me, having any interest in me, and I'm 20 and pregnant, and you wrapped up with another woman? Okay, that's one thing. Number two, he living with the other woman. So what does that tell you? He not even standing on his own 2 feet. So how he gonna ever help me? How we gonna ever get together and do something? This is just common sense, okay? So why didn't she ever come tell me that, hey, my boyfriend's friend is not a good idea for you? Why couldn't I rely on the mentality of my mother? Why is my mother going along with this, making it seem like this was ever a good idea for me? Because it never was. This man never had any good intentions for me. Because this man, being older than me, I'm going to tell y'all, over 10 years older than me, seeing me, a 20-year-old woman with pregnant with a child. Okay, now that I'm smarter and I'm older and I got a little bit of street smarts, he never had any good intentions for me. Why would he? All he did was see that I had a house and want to use me up for housing, as he did with the other woman he was with before, and she probably was about tired of him. Hello? Okay? So, that's what I'm saying. Okay? So that's one thing. The two things that really changed my life in a dramatic way, both associated to the mentality of my mother, the same person who had no interest in me going to college, had no interest in helping me at all, the same person that was jealous because I brought a purse and mad that I got a car. So, all right, here we go. We're going to go down this road again. Me still associating with my mother, still associating with her. Why? I don't know. Because sometimes you really want to believe that, like, your mother would have your best interests at heart, but that's not always the case. When people have mental issues, you would really want to believe that, like, well, my mother has to love me. My mother has to have my best interests at heart, but she never has, never will. Okay. So like I said, I'm gonna wrap it up because now I don't want to make this video too long. So First husband, it was terrible. This man was crazy. All he did was abuse me, try to use me up, didn't want to pay no bills. It was horrible. It was horrible. It was horrible. And then once it started coming out, his personality started coming out. Everybody seeing how crazy it is. Then here come my mother, want to go clean it up and be like, oh, well, why you with him? Why you this? Why you this? Well, at that point, he already my husband and you didn't say nothing from the beginning. So you so wishy-washy. I don't even know how to trust you. I'm confused. I don't know what's what. Like I said, I don't know what's what. I'm only like 20, 21. I have no idea what's what. What is really going on here? Okay. So that was that. That was the first husband, whatever. Now, like I said, okay? Like I said, I am a single mother at this point, but still, I'm not going to give up. I go to esthetician school, all of that. Started working in the mall, doing lashes up there and all of that good stuff. Oakland Mall. So, here we go again. Here we go with my mother and her mentality. Here we go, all right? The Lord will look out for you, okay? Because the Lord knew my heart, how I had been working, how I've been trying to stay on the right path. I've been enduring. I've been providing everything for myself. The books, the transportation, the education, the food, everything. Ain't not been one person to reach down and give me a gas card or a meal. All right, so once again, the mentality of my mother. Guess what happens to me? I meet a man who lives in California. What'd he say? Come on out here, you and your daughter. I'm going to take care of you. We going to be okay. We going to get everything going on the right path. All right? So what'd he do? Bring me and my daughter out there. Okay? What'd he do? Put a ring on my finger and marry me. What'd he do? Pay for all kind of clothes, pay for daycare for my daughter, all of that. And we was living happily after. We really were. We really were. Okay? Now, I was manipulated out of this blessing because of my mother. I'm going to tell y'all how. Him, being the good husband he was, he said, okay, you're pregnant, whatever, and you want to see your mother? I'll pay for your mother a flight out here. So what'd he do? Get his credit card out and get her a flight out here. What'd she do? Come to California, sit up and get jealous and feel some type of way about herself. All right. So once again, I'm like 23, too naive to understand that my own mother is jealous of me, okay? Because I really genuinely love my mother and just assume that she genuinely loves me. But then I'm not realizing, how does my mother love me if she don't even love herself? She doesn't. She can't. She's not capable of it, okay? So here we go. I'm in California living my best life, happy with my husband, me and my daughter being provided for. My mother come out there and get jealous. Now, every time I get on the phone with this woman, it's some issue, some crisis, some type of, she trying to tell me something about my husband. Every single time. She calling me from Detroit in the middle of the night. It's a 3-hour time difference. Why is my phone ringing at midnight and it's a 3-hour time difference? Because you done got so jealous and can't stand it. So you just determined to manipulate me out of my blessings. And I'm going to tell y'all how I realized it was manipulation and my mother knew exactly what she was doing, okay? Because this is what my mother would do. She knows my weakness, and it's my daughters, how I feel about my daughters, and I love my daughters. So this is what my mother would do. Would call me from talking about, I can't trust my daughters around my husband because he mean. How is he mean? He paying for you to have flights out here, paying for daycare, paying for clothes. How is he mean? Once again, I'm getting confused by my mother because I think I can trust her and she love me and she don't. I'm stupid. Okay, how is he mean? What he ever did that's mean? All he doing is providing, then brought you out here, but he mean, okay? So once again, that's you manipulating me because that's the only thing that I care about in this world more than anything is my daughter, okay? Manipulating me out of that, okay? Then telling me this crazy stuff. She talking about, my husband saying, why don't you, go get you a little part-time job. Once again, he was my full provider. I never worked at all in California. I had a ring on my finger, driving a brand new vehicle. My daughter didn't want for anything. We were good. He says, why don't you just get a little part-time job so you can have some little money for your hair, your nails, whatever. Okay. Now, me being 32, there's nothing wrong with that. I should want something for myself and have something for myself and want to be able to go get some nice clothes for the kids or do something to help the family, buy some toiletries, because that's what you do. That's what you do. You work together for the greater good of the family, for the children, right? Makes sense. My mother saying all type of stuff to me, telling me you can't go to work, you can't trust the daycares, who gonna keep your daughters, you don't have no help out there, just all kind of stuff. And once again, okay, I'm like, well, dang, I'm confused, because I think my mother loves me and have my best interest at heart. I'm not realizing she's just jealous and manipulating me. Okay, all right. And I'm gonna tell y'all how I know this is manipulation, because my mother, the same person telling me this about work and this and that, is the same person who's sitting up here taking all type of money and cash apps from me, complaining about not having a car, while she's spending her money, spending her own money to fly to go see a man in Texas who ain't doing nothing at all for her. Nothing at all. Nothing at all. So you see me got a man supporting me in every type of way, and you telling me not to help myself in the smallest bit amount, but you sitting over here, don't have nothing, and spending money to go see a man that ain't helping you do nothing. Like I said, I'm not saying this to be mean, but I want somebody to add it up and let me know how my mother ever had my best interest at heart. Okay, so that's that. Once again, I'm getting confused. And what it does is it causes a rift in the marriage, because now, once again, my husband is telling me the right thing, my mother's telling me the wrong thing, and I'm confused. So, you know what I'm saying? We're going back and forth. Forget it. It's causing friction in the marriage. That's what it's doing. It's causing friction. And she knew that, because she's manipulative. It's causing friction in my marriage. My mother wanted to manipulate me to be back here because she wanted to be codependent with me. Well, it was never codependence. I've always been overcompensating, because you the mother and I'm the daughter. Hello. Okay, so that's what it was. Okay, and it got to a point where it just started with so much turmoil, and I'm so confused, I'm so stressed out, I don't know what's what, I don't know if I'm coming and going, who to believe, who to trust. Okay, so when I get back here, the moment I realized this woman manipulated me out of my blessing, which was a good husband and somebody provide for me and my daughter, I get back here and I'm like distraught, once again confused, because I love my husband, my ex-husband. I genuinely did. Why else would I be with him? And this woman is making jokes about it. She's making jokes about it like it's some funny laughing matter. How crazy is that? And making jokes to me about it. Do you think I think this is funny right now? Do you think I'm laughing about anything? I got to figure out now everything. Housing. Now I got to go to work. Now I just completely screwed myself for you. And because of your nonsense. That's the moment I realized I have been manipulated. Okay? Because it's like, what is funny about this? There's nothing funny about it. But this is the thing, you guys, with that. That chapter was already closed, because I allowed my mother to interfere in my marriage and manipulate me, and it just did too much damage. It did too much damage. How do y'all think my ex-husband felt when he was doing everything, paying for the daycare, marrying me, then bought a ring, paying for flights for my mother, all this, and then I could still turn around and freaking leave him? You know what I'm saying? So it was done. It was done. But now, that's why I said my mother is gone, because now the Lord has blessed me again with a good man. Here, a very good man, loves me and my daughters. The Lord has blessed me again to be able to start a business. The Lord has blessed me again to be able to learn how to edit these videos and upload them for y'all. I'm blessed, and I can't have anybody around me that don't have my best interests at heart, that don't have any sense of community, morals, or standards, or anybody who's looking to manipulate me out of my blessings. Okay, so all the young women, I want y'all to, if you're younger, I'm 32. If it's any young women watching that's 20, 21, 22, 23, look at the mentality of your mother. Look at it. Look at the mentality of her. And see if you will be able to trust her discernment or judgment on anything, because that's very important. It's very important. If you don't do that, you might be going through a lot of, like what I said, I feel like it's just a loop. It's a loop with my mother, because it's a loop. It's like, okay, I'm on the right path. Then somehow I get manipulated because she gets jealous. And then, okay, this is a huge setback. Okay, I'm on the right path. Somehow I get wrapped up with somebody associated with her because of her mentality, and then okay, here we go. It's a huge, so that's why I can't have it around me and my daughters no more, because I'm 32. I ain't got no more time. My daughter's gonna be looking to go to college, and I can't have the wrong people around them. None of that, because I'm protecting my daughters. And oddly enough, I got to protect them from my own mother. So now it's 7:57. I talked to y'all for 25 minutes. I'm gonna go on in here and do what I got to do and get set up for my client. Y'all go ahead on and be blessed, and self-analyze, and you know, think about the mentality of your mother.
Trying to get you out my bed, but I still can't get you in my head. Ooh, I'm seeing you, one takes a good time. I know you by your phone.